and gentlemen, we are just waiting for Dragon Age to finish booting up. But... oh god. Oh no, is it already broken? Please don't. Okay. Next time we won't be so quick with the button pushings. Next time. One of these days I will stream this and there will not be a single crash, a single scare. Everything will be nice. We'll all be happy. Hello, Art here. Not tonight. Radshroom has the game apparently and he wants to play with me, so one of these days when he's off work, we'll play that together. From the way it sounds basically like Hunt, but with like Skyrim controls.
You there, elf. What's your name?
We are preparing for battle.
It's Pick, sir. Go tell Turn Logain that the war party...
Poor Pick. We did go back. We did have our game shut down, so I had to talk to him again. We found the one dude, Davith. This guy's gonna give me a bunch of lore about fighting with Mabari. So we're going to ignore him entirely.
You approach the tent of Turn Logain. State your business.
Is the Terran in? What is he doing?
He's inside, but I don't think it's my place to discuss his activity.
Surely you can tell me a little bit about the Terran.
I suppose, as long as we talk quietly. He and the king have been arguing for days. The Terran's known the king since he was swaddled, so they don't stand on ceremony. The Terran speaks his mind, and the king yells right back. Personally, I think the king should do what Turn Logain tells him. Without the Terran, we wouldn't be doing as well here as we are.
I'd like an audience with the Terran then.
I suppose you have a message for him. Hold on then.
I'm an elf, you see.
Yes, what is it? Oh, you're Duncan's new Grey Warden, I assume.
How would you know that?
His Majesty could not contain his excitement after your meeting. How could I not hear about you? Kaelin's fascination with the Wardens goes beyond the ordinary. Are you aware his father brought your order back to Ferelden?
A fascination you don't share?
The Wardens are impressive, but not as relevant as Kaelin thinks. You have some experience to bring to the Wardens, do you? You don't seem half as green as most of the men here. I don't suppose you'll be riding into the thick of battle with the rest of your fellows, will you?
Fuck, I hope not.
You're wiser than you look. Now I must return to my task. Pray that our king proves amenable to wisdom, if you're the praying sort.
You don't seem terribly fond of him.
He is Marik's son, and the leader of my beloved Ferelden, and a very young man. I try to keep that in mind, as should you.
Ah, the Terran.
Greetings. King Kaelin is not in his tent right now.
Oh, well, can you tell me about the king then?
I suppose I do, though he's spending most of his time with the Grey Wardens. He rides with them wherever they go, in fact. Turn Logain sees the king whenever he can and argues with him over coming battles, but the king just waves him off. The king wants to end the Blight with a single huge battle the bards will sing of for centuries. Do you think that's possible?
I have my doubts.
That's how the Terran feels. He'll do what the king wants in the end, though. The king thought it was funny the Terran called him reckless, and they fought about the queen.
The queen?
She's the Terran's daughter. He wasn't happy about something she did or the king did, I'm not sure. I probably shouldn't discuss it.
Fair enough.
As you wish.
Gotta love a loose-lipped guard. It's a thing you need for all RPGs.
Look carefully, men. This wretched thing is a darkspawn. They're strong and cunning and smart, but don't listen to those old wives' tales. They can be killed.
This is supposed to be the battle that sends these Darkspawn back underground.
As we just wander around, there's a whole lot of like lore happening in the background. Or a good chunk of these people we can't even talk to. Then there's this chick just over here praying.
Right.
As if this is gonna do something.
The all before me is darkness, yet shall the Maker's light be my guide.
Another thing I did kind of find interesting is how they did religion in this one, because they did the Maker, the big sort of fucking super god that does god things.
There are lots of Darkspawn. Different.
That came after the time for my own little lore dump. That came with the Prophet Andraste, which was basically Jesus but a woman. And one of the splits in the Maker religion between Ferelden and the Tevinter Imperium is literally just that.
In the name of Andraste, I bless
Do we
you
believe
today.
a woman?
May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be. Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
You administer your blessing to elves?
I merely pass on the Maker's blessings. He looks kindly on all who will receive him.
Does he destroy the homelands of those who will not?
I'll not discuss politics here. Take your hatred and be gone.
But, yeah, long history. We'll get into that. We're gonna get a lot of the Dale's history when we talk to the Dalish, so.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
You've heard about me?
Not a great deal. We've been waiting for your arrival, though. Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens. Those camped in the valley are all human.
And why did you feel the need to inform me of this?
Just that in some places, elves are not always permitted in the military. I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
Yeah, you're not very smart, are you?
That's not fair. I listened to tales of the Grey Wardens and dreamt one day I too would ride a griffin into battle against slavering monsters. I know there are no more griffins, and my fantasies were those of a boy, but still, I remember those tales. I never thought I'd be part of them. Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
David says we'll be going into the wilds.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
Purse or Joyery or whatever the hell his name is. Ooh, hold on. Is this box locked? It is. Can we unlock it? We can! This is why I like being a rogue in this game. The first game, rogue is king. Honestly, I think rogue is king in the second one too, but...
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me?
You haven't been sentenced?
No. They put someone like me in a cage until someone important has time to decide what to do with me. I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you? All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Well, what did you do to get in there first?
I'm a deserter. Or so they think. I bet there's no arguing them out of it, though. Armies are funny that way.
That's why you get to, you know, enlist, and sometimes you get to leave, but when there's an active war going on, you don't just, you know, leave the battlefield. Very bad. Anyway, I bet you're as innocent as sunrise.
I wasn't deserting. But when you catch someone sneaking around camp in the middle of the night, what else are you gonna think?
Theft?
Does it matter? All I want is a bit of food and water.
Well, if you weren't deserting, why were you sneaking around camp?
Oh, I would have deserted eventually. Just not then. I was stealing, not sneaking out of the camp. I got one of those wizards drunk and took his key. It belongs to a chest they got here, full of magical treasures. In fact, I still have it. I can't use it from here, but I'd trade you for some food and water.
How did they not find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Just ask my guard for his. He's still got some dinner. I saw him put it in his coat.
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
A bit of an excessive reaction, but I understand, you know, it is the times, hangings, pikes, very common. Kinda had a chat with him already.
Don't expect it was an enlightening conversation.
No, he just asked for some food and water.
Did he now? Since nobody sends me nothing to feed him with, the only way we'll get that is if I give him mine.
And you miss one meal. This guy's going to die.
All right, all right. I guess the poor fella could stand to have one meal in his belly before he hangs. Don't know why you care. I had nothing to do with it, though. If anyone asks why he's burping, I'm gonna say it was you. Just so you know.
Sold. Not a problem. I'm a Grey Warden. And an elf.
So? Brought me some food, have you? I'm so hungry I could faint dead away.
Give him the food.
Much obliged. May Andraste herself rain blessings upon you. And, as I mentioned, here's the key. Use it in good health, huh?
Well, I'm pretty anti-deserters. I'm pretty anti-conscription as well, so... I fit a weird category. This guy is creepy.
Welcome, young man.
Who are you?
I am one of the Tranquil, my friend. I am of the Circle of Magi. But instead of casting spells and reading tomes, I spend my time enchanting. It is a time-consuming process, but invaluable. Enchantment provides the Circle its wealth. Certainly we would not get by on charity.
You speak strangely.
Allow me to put it this way. Do you know why those with magical talent are feared?
Because magic is powerful and dangerous?
It is dangerous beyond its power. Those with magical talent attract demons and spirits. We can be possessed easily, and thus become horrors known as abominations. Even those with minor talents attract hungry spirits. Anyone with the power may learn blood magic from these demons. Hence, we are considered dangerous. This is our curse. Thus, I was made tranquil, stripped of emotions and talent. I am no longer dangerous.
See, that sounds horrible. Because I can understand, you know, trying to remove someone from a dangerous position. I really can. But ripping all emotion out of them, basically magically lobotomize this poor child, and then castrate it. It kind of sounds like a horrid practice.
It might seem such to you, but I feel no horror. I am content to serve in my role.
See, they literally just make him content. I feel badly for you.
You do? I feel nothing. As the name suggests, my existence is quite peaceful. I am alive, productive, and no danger to anyone. Surely that is not a terrible thing. Perhaps we may speak of something else. Do you need assistance?
What is enchantment?
It is the practice of folding magical lyrium into items first practiced by the dwarves. The Tranquil have learned their runes, and we use them to apply a variety of magical effects. We create the glow lights, as well as the magic staff, or the flaming blade.
Scratch
The
nose.
irony, perhaps, is that it is our very disconnection to our former talents that allows the Tranquil to work with lyrium so. A true mage could not.
What sort of enchantments are there?
Runes exist that hold the power of the elements that increase strength or swiftness. Almost any spell can be given permanency, given enough skill and lyrium. Naturally, the greater the power required, the more expensive the rune will become to create. True power comes with a price, as we know only too well.
I should go.
Goodbye.
So yeah, the mages sort of learned a way to not monopolize, but capitalize on making magical trinkets. And I can't blame them for doing so. I mean, if I had the option to make magical tools and weapons and etc., you bet your ass I'd be selling that shit for a fortune. Also, enchantment in 1 is the best. No doubt in my mind.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
You are a very strange human.
You're not the first to tell me that. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Would that make your day worse?
Hardly. I just like to know my chances of being turned into a toad at any given moment. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit. The elf from Denerim. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
I mean, how could you have recognized me? We don't know each other.
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alistair, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
Pleased to meet you.
Right, that was the name. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No.
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
That argument I saw, what was that about?
With the mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
And that would be awkward because? Well, Templars are mage hunters, so... Fuck it. What's a Templar?
You don't know? Quick version then. The Chantry tries to control mages because they're dangerous, so they keep Templars that train to hunt down and kill apostates. That's what I was being trained as when Duncan recruited me 6 months ago. I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
Well, of course not. They're in completely different chunks of, like... I don't want to say military faction, but let's be honest. As many churches I've heard say they preach unity and love and all the whole working together stuff, they always hate somebody. Without any, like, real reason I could find. They just hate somebody. I look forward to traveling with you.
You do? Huh. That's a switch. If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Let's get started.
Scale armor, some basic runes. But yeah, Alistair, probably one of the best companions. Not for being like a very powerful companion. There's only a few areas where he's really like gets to shine in combat. but some of his talks are fucking comedy gold.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
And I think that's why everybody who's played Dragon Age Origins loves Alistair.
So long as you keep it quiet.
They are more than willing to hate him for some of the foolish things he does. Because he does do some foolish things. Cannot defend him there. But in comparison to some, he is a very nice person. Oh, that's spirit resistance. Sell the grease trap. We're not going to use it for anything. Malachite, private documents. I'm undecided if I want to do poisons this time around. And as much as I have the mission marker there, I can't get that until that creepy bastard's gone. So, see here, we have our Templar. Also, I'm going to strip these two before the mission's end. They're going to be fucking naked by the end.
You found Alistair, did you? Good. I'll assume you're ready to begin preparations. Assuming, of course, that you're quite finished riling up mages, Alistair.
What can I say? The revered mother ambushed me. The way she wields guilt, they should stick her in the army.
She forced you to sass the mage, did she? We cannot afford to antagonize anyone, Alistair. We don't need to give anyone more ammunition against us.
You're right, Duncan. I apologize.
Now then,
poor Alistair.
Since you're all here,
literally
we can
getting
begin.
scolded for
you four will be heading into
someone
the
above
Kokari
his
Wilds
position
to perform
giving
two
him
tasks.
orders.
The first is to obtain 3 vials of darkspawn blood, 1 for each recruit.
And the second task?
There was once a Grey Warden archive in the wilds, abandoned long ago when we could no longer afford to maintain such remote outposts. It has recently come to our attention that some scrolls have been left behind, magically sealed to protect them. Alistair, I want you to retrieve these scrolls if you can.
Also for viewers, because I am trying, new follows, I take shots, so. Okay, so what kind of scrolls are we dealing with here?
Old treaties, if you're curious. Promises of support made to the Grey Wardens long ago. They were once considered only formalities. With so many having forgotten their commitments to us, I suspect it may be a good idea to have something to remind them with.
That checks out. Even if a treaty is old, so long as there's not like an ending on it, like America and Russia have an understanding that if we were to be invaded by aliens, we're now allies. And that has been there basically since the Cold War. And if they're no longer a threat?
It's possible the scrolls may have been destroyed
Or
or even
there.
stolen, though the seal's magic should have protected them.
Dyslexic as
Only
hell,
a Grey
apparently.
Warden can break such a seal.
I don't understand. Why leave such things in a ruin if they're so valuable?
It was assumed that we would someday return. A great many things were assumed that have not held true.
That is the thing that happens with a lot of places and people. Alright, so how will we find this archive?
No,
Ooh,
but the
no.
effort must be made.
That's the wrong button.
I have every confidence you are up to the task.
Alright, how will we find the archive?
It will be an overgrown ruin by now, but the sealed chest should remain intact. Alistair will guide you to the area you need to search.
Alright, find vials of blood, get the treaties, come home, have a party.
Watch over your charges, Alistair. Return quickly and safely.
We will.
Then may the Maker watch over your path. I will see you when you return.
I need to level up. I don't like computer. I miss having controller, but it doesn't automatically allow me to use controller, and it upsets me. Alright, we're gonna pop our strength up. 2. We only need 22 cunning in total. So we're going to pop up our deck so we can continue to do more damage because we are rogues. See, I can't do that to level 4, but I need, 22 in total. Dual striking's pretty good, but for now, we're going to go with kicking someone in the balls.
Bale, I'm told you all have business in the wilds. The gate's open for you. Just be careful out there.
Yes, yes.
Even a Grey Warden won't be safe in the forest tonight.
Have you seen my new technique? It's called below the belt. It's where I kick my opponent in the dick. I could have been trained to use 2 weapons at the same time, but I decided to take the training to, again, take my right foot and put it... Oh my god! Tactical Fern has gifted 5... Oh my Jesus, unholy Christ,
A little frantic? I can see why!
Luckily, as long as we just kind of attack. You were being a shithead, were you though? Shot for you and all your gifts?
Let's get started.
Huh.
Right. Let's get started.
You joke, but you're probably actually going to be able to, like, give me gas for this week, because I think this week I have... 1 second. $12. Plus, I've been waiting to take a shot for like 4 days now.
Who is that? Grey Wardens?
Well, he's not half as dead as he looks, is he?
My scouting band was attacked by Darkspawn. They came out of the ground. Please help me. I've got to return to camp.
Well, we should at least bandage him up. He only looks mostly dead.
I have bandages in my pack.
Thank you.
Holy crap.
I've got to get out of here.
Tactical, you basically did 50% of the hype train.
Did you hear? An entire patrol of seasoned men killed by Darkspawn.
Calm down, Sir Jory. We'll be fine if we're careful.
Those soldiers were careful, and they were still overwhelmed.
Oh my god.
How many Darkspawn can the 4 of us slay? A dozen? 100? There's an entire army in these forests.
There are Darkspawn about, but we're in no danger of walking into the bulk of the Horde.
How do you know? I'm not a coward, but this is foolish and reckless. We should go back.
You kind of sound like a coward. Yeah, no, you kind of sound like a coward.
I am simply trying to stay alive. You do not see me fleeing, do you?
You're right, you're trying to convince others to flee, so you don't feel bad for fleeing.
Meeting Darkspawn up close. I know I don't.
Can we just get this over with? We have a mission, guys.
Know this. All Grey Wardens can sense Darkspawn. Whatever their cunning, I guarantee they won't take us by surprise. That's why I'm here.
You see, Sir Knight, we might die, but we'll be warned about it first.
That is reassuring.
That doesn't mean I'm here to make this easy, however. So let's get a move on.
See, we might die, but at least we'll know about it. So there's actually a few handful of secrets that took me years to even discover just in this little area when I started playing this game back in Dick and Balls forever ago.
Come now, defend yourself.
They can deal with a couple of swords, but we got some archers to handle. Kick him in the balls! Also, I love how that's a trained skill as a rogue people have. I'm just gonna turn that down by 1.
On.
It's like, oh man, what do you want for your next skill? Oh, you can be trained to use your weapons better. Get this cool attack, a super shot, thieves' tools. How about booting someone in the testicles? Oh my god. The hype chest did a thing? How do I open that? I'm now so excited, but I really don't know how to open that without, like, accidentally clicking off the game and going all the way back. Yeah, fuck it. We can do that. Open the hype chest. Oh, Aisha! Huzzah! We have been properly hyped! Consume media! Oh, there's a Darkspawn camp. Close out the sustained ability since it's behind kind of the little, what she calls it? Camera.
And it isn't going to be me.
Oh shit, you guys are gonna attack that one. Look at that one. You, Archer! I'll kick you in the balls! So, wait, can I just loot these guys from a distance? Oh my god. Oh. No, I had to get moderately closer, but the range for looting is so much farther on PC.
As you wish.
Rigby's Field Journal, Split Mail Mud Idol. Boop. Signs of the Chassid. Now we can find their little Chassid symbols. Oh, we also need to look out for a flower. Particularly a white flower with a red core. Or center. Then we save the puppy, and then when we leave here, we will have a puppy. And if you know how to save the puppy, you're invisible.
Hey, I'm following you, aren't I?
Let's get started.
And everyone loves having a puppy. Even if your puppy turns out to be a warhound with the literal shoulders and pecs of a Greek god. Speaking of flowers, this flower. Oh yes, pocket sand. Another tool of the rogue arsenal that must be used. Collecting, collecting, collecting. Yes. Now we have the flower to save the puppy. And there's still more secrets out here. Which is the fucked up part. There are still more secrets. Luckily,
Is it just me, or do you actually think you have a chance? Here we go! Time for some fun!
Right.
also, if you are going to see this game and you don't have it and you decide you want to play it after watching me play it, one, I suggest it. You get to do a lot more if you just do it yourself instead of me just enjoying myself. Got the chest blade. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. But, if you're going to make like a very stupid character who's not very talkative or intelligent, save a wolf pelt for the future. Get this guy quick.
Right. This should be easy enough.
Need to take care of mages, but he does lure you into an ambush. Oh god. Sorry, hit all the wrong buttons to freaking unload it.
It's either you or me, and it isn't going to be me! You had it coming!
As we murder them all! But yeah, Darkspawn are freaky looking. Even before, like... you loot them, they turn directly into corpses. Like, these guys are just kinda... gross. Just a little bit. Walk in here, get ambushed. Cause seriously, who has an entire bonfire for no reason? Another thing that'd make this run through even more fun is if you could be a mage. But, well, I mean, you can be a mage. I'm just not a mage. I chose to have the ability to unlock locks. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Here's the main path that you normally end up following because it's pretty much a straight shot, but come up here, large group of dudes ready to kick your teeth in. Keep an eye on our health because it's not the best. We're quite fragile as a rogue. I know what you're thinking. Smiles, you said you're going to strip most of the party down to their skivvies. Why haven't you done that yet? And the answer is, these guys have one more task before they're rendered useless. Not here. I skipped. I have to go back down and around the hill. But I swear, I'm a nice person. I'm not stripping them of all of their gear because I'm a greedy motherfucker. I'm stripping them of all of their gear because dead men don't need full sets of armor. Duh. Death root. Gonna go to our inventory real quick because we got this new enchanted dagger. There we go. Equip offhand. Now I got some good toys. Pile of rocks. Sprinkle the ash upon the stone. And we could have gone through and actually read the journal that gives us this information.
Right away.
But it's quite a bit of reading. And I didn't feel like doing it.
Here is your weakness.
And with that, we got new boots that I don't think any of us can wear. Yeah, no, none of us can wear them. But early game for a mage, 10 out of 10 boots. Find the journal, find the ashes, come to the rocks. And you don't even need the journal, it's just usually on my way to finding the ashes, I find the journal. And now, Alistair, you're gonna keep all your gear, unequip, 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 unequip. Now we're gonna get all their stuff. Because I'm a nice person. And I'm totally not metagaming due to the fact that I am me.
Well, well. What have we here?
A lady with her tits out?
Are you a vulture, I wonder? A scavenger, poking amidst a corpse whose bones were long since cleaned?
Well, clearly,
Or
if you look
merely
around,
an
we're
intruder?
shooting a gay porn.
Come into these darkspawn-filled wilds of mine in search of easy prey.
No? They didn't take that joke? Okay.
What say you, Scavenger or intruder?
Intruder, exactly how are these your wilds?
Because I know them as only one who owns them could. Can you claim the same? I have watched your progress for some time. Where do
Fair
they
enough.
go, I wondered? Why are they here? And now you disturb ashes none have touched for so long. Why is that?
Don't answer her. She looks chastened, and that means others may be nearby.
Oh, you fear barbarians will swoop down upon you.
Yes, swooping is bad.
She's a witch of the wild, she is. She'll turn us into toads.
Witch of the Wilds. Such idle fancies, those legends. Have you no minds of your own? You there. Elves are not frightened little boys. Tell me your name and I shall tell you mine.
Yeah. Well, I'm Smiles. Pleasure to meet you.
Now that is a proper civil greeting, even here in the wilds. You may call me Morrigan.
Why, thank you.
Shall I guess your purpose? You sought something in that chest? Something that is here no longer?
Here no longer. You stole them, didn't you? You're some kind of sneaky witch thief.
How very eloquent. How does one steal from dead men?
Quite easily, it seems.
That's true.
Those documents are Grey Warden property, and I suggest you return them.
I will not, for 'twas not I who removed them. Invoke a name that means nothing here any longer if you wish. I am not threatened.
Okay, then who did remove them?
'Twas my mother, in fact.
Okay, then can you take us to her?
There is a sensible request. I like you.
Thank you.
I'd be careful. First it's, I like you, but then zap. Frog time.
She'll put us all in the pot, she will. Just you watch.
If the pot's warmer than this forest, it'd be a nice change.
Follow me then, if it pleases you.
I don't want to be this guy, but the threat of being turned to a toad does not sound too terrible. Yeah, I'm pretty low in the forest food chain, but...
Greetings, Mother. I bring before you 4 Grey Wardens who...
I see them, girl.
I'm already a slimy little bastard.
Much as I expected.
Are we supposed to believe you were expecting us?
You are required to do nothing, least of all believe. Shut one's eyes tight or open one's arms wide. Either way, one's a fool.
She's a witch, I tell you. We shouldn't be talking to her.
Quiet, Davith. If she's really a witch, do you want to make her mad?
There is a smart lad. Sadly irrelevant to the larger scheme of things, but it is not I who decides. Believe what you will. And what of you? Does your elven mind give you a different viewpoint? What do you believe?
I'm no fool, if that's what you're asking. That is a foolish response to a woman who is clearly playing with you. I believe you're crazy and possibly dangerous. That's a fair response. That's pretty common. I don't know what to think yet. I'm still watching.
A statement that possesses more wisdom than it implies. Be always aware. Or is it oblivious? I can never remember. So much about you is uncertain, and yet I believe. Do I? Why, it seems I do.
So this is a dreaded Witch of the Wilds.
Witch of the Wilds, huh? Morrigan must have told you that. She fancies such tales, though she would never admit it. Oh, how she dances under the moon.
They did not come to listen to your wild tales, Mother.
True, they came for their treaties, yes? And before you begin barking, your precious seal wore off long ago. I have protected these.
You... Oh, you protected them.
Poor Alistair, he was so
Take them to
chambered
your
up
Grey
ready.
Wardens and tell them this blight's threat is greater than they realize.
Why, thank you.
Such manners. Always in the last place you look. Like stockings.
I can knit you some new
Oh,
stockings.
do not mind me.
Like, it's
You
not that
have
hard.
what you came for.
Time for you to go, then.
Do not be ridiculous, girl. These are your guests.
Oh, very well. I will show you out of the woods. Follow me.
Thank you. We're lost. You know, I'd like to think I'd be able to find my way back in the woods. Surprisingly not terrible at... Despite having zero ability to, what's the word I'm looking for? Gonna go ahead and level up. 1 second. Pop it up to 20, that way we can just do 2 and call it good. Get the cohesion. Hell yeah. 2 weapon strikes. Yay. Wait. Get the cohesion. Get improved tools. As much as I want to get better combats, we are a rogue. And I sure as hell am never not going to be able to open a lock. That is the plan. Before the fight, or, yeah, talking to Duncan.
The Mabari's stable for now, but not improving. Unless I get that herb I told you about, there's not much hope.
This is the flower you're looking for?
Let me see. Yeah, that's exactly it. Wonderful. Give me a moment and I'll make this into an ointment. He looks better already.
Oh, it's only
I'm
visible
sure
to
he'd thank
me.
you himself if he could.
How long do we see an improvement?
A day, maybe 2. There's enough ointment for him to make a full recovery. Why not come back after the battle? Perhaps we can see about imprinting him on you.
I'm not sure I have the time to care for him.
Huh, you'd be surprised. Could be the other way round. Mabari are supremely intelligent and they're excellent hunters and fighters. Come back after the battle and just... well, take another look.
See, he makes a very fine request because he is just trying not to have this dog become useless.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Yes, let me see what you got.
Let me know what you'd like.
Well, to start, I'm going to sell you a bunch of stuff. We're gonna keep the chested blade for now. We can give it to someone else later. Keep both of those. See here, we got two sets of chainmail. Can't do split, so gonna take that dude's studded leather. Go ahead and get rid of the scale. You have another backpack, so we're gonna purchase that immediately. Purchase every backpack possible. I will die on this hill. It's a weird hill to die on, but purchase every backpack you can. Return to Duncan.
So you returned from the wilds. Have you been successful?
Not that it was easy, but now we have. We're fucking golden.
Good. I've had the Circle mages preparing. With the blood you've retrieved, we can begin the joining immediately.
Yes. We should probably warn you about Morgan and her mother.
There was a woman at the tower, and her mother had the scrolls. They were both very odd.
Were they wilder folk?
I don't think so. They might be apostates. Mages hiding from the Chantry.
I know you were once a Templar, Alistair, but Chantry business is not ours. We have the scrolls. Let us focus on the joining.
I like how Duncan does that. He immediately sees what Alistair's trying to do and what he wants, or what he's been trained to voice as a problem. And Duncan doesn't disvalidate him, he just shuts Alistair down. Okay, do we get to hear what this ritual's about then?
I will not lie. We Grey Wardens pay a heavy price to become what we are. Fate may decree that you pay your price now, rather than later.
Ah, so you're saying the ritual can kill us.
As could any darkspawn you might face in battle. You would not have been chosen, however, if I did not think you had a chance to survive.
Let's go then. I'm anxious to see this joining now.
I agree. Let's have it done.
Then let us begin. Alistair, take them to the old temple.
The more I hear about this joining, the less I like it.
Are you blubbering again?
Why all these damn tests? Have I not earned my place?
Maybe it's tradition. Maybe they're just trying to annoy you.
Oh my god. Are all humans like this cowardly? I mean, of all the people we've dealt with, it's Sir Jory who can't seem to get his fucking testicles to drop in the face of danger. We killed a bunch of guards who were basically bullies in armor. And a rapist, so like, are all humans just bad at being, you know, brave?
I only know that my wife is in Highever with a child on the way. If they had warned me, it just doesn't seem fair.
Would you have come if they'd warned you? Maybe that's why they don't. The Wardens do what they must, right?
Including sacrificing us?
I'd sacrifice a lot more if I knew it would end the Blight.
Yeah, David has a good point. One life for, say, possibly thousands? Not that big of a deal.
You saw those Darkspawns tonight. Wouldn't you die to protect your pretty wife from them? Maybe you'll die. Maybe we'll all die. If nobody stops the Darkspawn, we'll die for sure.
I've just never faced a foe I could not engage with my blade.
At last, we come to the joining. The Grey Wardens were founded during the First Blight, when humanity stood on the verge of annihilation. So it was that the first Grey Wardens drank of Darkspawn blood and mastered their taint.
We're going to drink the blood of those creatures.
As the first Grey Wardens did before us, as we did before you. This
if you've ever drunk
is
in
the
blood,
source of our power and our victory.
It's gross.
Those who survive the joining become immune to the taint. We can sense it in the Darkspawn and use it to slay the Archdemon.
Those who survive?
Not all who drink the blood will survive, and those who do are forever changed. This is why the joining is a secret. It is the price we pay. We speak only a few words prior to the joining, but these words have been said since the first. Alistair, if you would.
Join us, brothers and sisters. Join us in the shadows where we stand vigilant. Join us as we carry the duty that cannot be forsworn. And should you perish, know that your sacrifice will not be forgotten. And that one day, we shall join you.
Davith, step forward.
Gotta hand it to Davith. He, despite being the sort of cocky rogue that he is, he takes this in stride and just rolls with it.
Maker's breath.
I am sorry, Davith. Step forward, Jory.
But I have a wife, a child. Had I known...
There is no turning back.
No, you ask too much. There is no glory in this.
I am sorry.
Again, not to like
but the
hit on Sir Jory again,
complete.
but
you are called
he clearly was never going to try to
submit
drink
yourself
this
to the taint
without
for
being
the greater
forced.
Good. From this moment forth, you are a Grey Warden. It is finished. Welcome.
2 more deaths.
Did I just
In
have
my
an
joining,
upskirt shot
only
of
one
myself?
of us died, but it was horrible. I'm glad at least one of you made it through.
How do you feel?
Probably have a splitting headache after drinking literal poison. But it's over. I'm good. I'm good. Let's go. Fucking, it's night. I'm sleepy.
Did you have dreams? I had terrible dreams after my joining.
Such dreams come when you begin to sense the Darkspawn, as we all do. That and many other things can be explained in the months to come.
Before I forget, there is one last part to your joining. We take some of that blood and put it in a pendant. Something to remind us of those who didn't make it this far.
Take some time. When you're ready, I'd like you to accompany me to a meeting with the King.
What kind of meeting?
The King is discussing strategy for the upcoming battle. I am not sure why he has requested your presence. The meeting is to the west.
Well, to be fair, if you recall with our introduction, I basically told him I murdered royal family. So he's probably going to have some questions about that prior to walking into what's going to be an active war zone. Just a little bit. We're going to do a hard save so we don't accidentally have any more losing large chunks of lore for a minute.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Let me see your goods.
Let me know what you'd like.
This is to see if he's got another backpack. He does not. That's fine. We'll probably talk to him again once we, equip better gear. Well, we're going to probably keep these boots on for quite a while. These are our mother's boots before, you know, she ended up with a minor case of deadness. Chainmail provides better protection, but unnecessary for what we're doing.
Hello again. Is there something you need? Some supplies, perhaps?
Yes, let me see your other goods.
So long as you keep it quiet.
Take this set of chainmail boots. Take the rough leather. Keep this for later companions, because it's not like we have all of our companions currently. Take this longsword. There's no need for it. Very few things are going to hit us with spirit. But the things that do are fucking dangerous, so... take the ice and the warmth balm. Take these garnets. Take 7 of my 8 wolf pelts. See, we could go ahead and do poison making and just start making grenades for funsies, but we're not going to. Even though we could. Partially. Wow, he doesn't have jack that I care about. Alright, never mind. Oh, hey, the dude's gone. And this is how we get a whole lot of good stuff. Charm of Stillwater's willpower's great, but Warden's Oath. We are a rogue. We are fragile. I think that's everything we need from here. So let's go. Onward. Also, I hate helmets in this game so much.
Loghain, my decision is final. I will stand by the Grey Wardens in this assault.
You risk too much, Kalen. The Darkspawn horde is too dangerous for you to be playing hero on the front lines.
Very pragmatic
That's the
sentiment.
case. Perhaps we should wait for the Orlesian forces to join us after all.
I must repeat my protest to your fool notion that we need the Orlesians to defend ourselves.
It is not a fool notion. Our arguments with the Orlesians are a thing of the past, and you will remember who is king.
How fortunate Marek did not live to see his son ready to hand Ferelden over to those who enslaved us for a century.
Then our current forces will have to suffice, won't they? Duncan, are your men ready for battle?
They are, Your Majesty.
And this is the recruit I met earlier on the road? I understand congratulations are in order.
Don't feel that special, sir.
Oh, but you are. Every Grey Warden is needed now more than ever.
Your fascination with glory and legends will be your undoing, Kalen. We must attend to reality.
Fine.
Fuck reality.
Speak your strategy. The Grey Wardens and I draw the Darkspawn into charging our lines, and then?
You will alert the tower to light the beacon, signaling my men to charge from cover.
To flank the Darkspawn, I remember. This is the Tower of Ishal in the ruins, yes? Well, who shall light this beacon?
I have a few men stationed there. It's not a dangerous task, but it is vital.
Then we should send our best. Send Alistair and the new Grey Warden to make sure it's done.
Meaning you won't be fighting in the battle?
We need the beacon. Without it, Loghain's men won't know when to charge.
You see? Glory for everyone.
You rely on these Grey Wardens too much. Is that truly wise?
Enough of your conspiracy theories, Loghain. Grey Wardens battle the Blight no matter where they're from.
Your Majesty, you should consider the possibility of the Archdemon appearing.
There have been no signs of any dragons in the wilds.
Isn't that what your men are here for, Duncan?
Yes, Your Majesty.
Your Majesty, the tower and its beacon are unnecessary. The
We
circle
will
of
not
Magi...
trust any lives to your spells, mage. Save them for the Darkspawn.
Enough. This plan
God
will suffice.
damn the
The Grey
Chantry.
Wardens will light the beacon.
Thank you, Loghain. I cannot wait for that glorious moment. The Grey Wardens battle beside the King of Ferelden to stem the tide of evil.
Yes, Kalen. A glorious moment for us all.
No one going to, like, question the seriously malicious villain thing there?
You and Alistair will go
Yes.
to the Tower of Ishar
Glory for
and
us
ensure
all.
the beacon is lit.
What? I won't be in the battle.
This is by the King's personal request, Alistair. If the beacon is not lit, Tern Logain's men won't know when to charge.
So he needs 2 Grey Wardens standing up there holding the torch, just in case, right?
Stop your whining, Alistair. It's an important job.
We must do whatever it takes to destroy the Darkspawn. Exciting or no.
I get it, I get it. Just so you know, if the king ever asks me to put on a dress and dance the Remigold, I'm drawing the line. Darkspawn or no.
I don't know, that'd be a great distraction. Could you imagine?
Me shimmying down the Darkspawn line? Sure. We could kill them while they roll around laughing.
The tower is on the other side of the gorge from the
I love
King's
Alistair.
camp, the way we came when we arrived. You'll need to cross the gorge and head through the gate and up to the tower entrance. From the top, you'll overlook the entire valley.
Okay, when do we light the beacon?
We will signal you when the time is right. Alistair will know what to look for.
And if the Archdemon appears?
We soil our drawers, that's what.
If it does, leave it to us. I want no heroics from either of you.
Okay, can we join the battle afterwards?
Stay with the Terran's men and guard the tower. If you are needed, we will send word.
And are we in any danger then?
Of course. Even the best laid plans go awry. So do what you must. I trust you both.
Just not enough to actually fight with the rest of you.
There will be plenty of battles, Alistair. Be patient.
Alright, I know what we have to do.
Then I must join the others. From here, you two are on your own. Remember, you are both Grey Wardens. I expect you to be worthy of that title.
Duncan, may the Maker watch over you.
May he watch over us all.
Gross, human gods. Oh, Alistair disapproved. Oh, I told him to quit whining because we have a job to do. Now time for the battle to begin. And this made, like, young me fucking so excited. This was so grand to me. That I almost didn't realize that many of the bows do not have strings. Also, it rains in every corner battle.
The plan will work, Your Majesty.
Of course it will. The Blight ends here.
God. Sorry, so much nostalgia. I know this isn't like the prettiest of things to watch. But damn. For a game made in the early 2000s, the numbers, the choreography, the movements.
Archers!
much like a charging cavalry into the front line.
For Ferelden!
And of course, since they are assaulting, they start off a siege that we don't ever get to really see.
Let's cross the bridge. Hour of Ishal.
Working on it. Running. Got these awesome. Never mind, it's gone. Keep running. This is the first time I've run across this bridge without being blown up 3 separate times. Oh, hey, we leveled up. Now, 1 second. Why are we leveling up now? Because I don't wish to die. Pop our strength to 15, our dex to 20. Call it good. We can't get the next one because we're not late. Let's go ahead and get our dual weapon striking. Pop that immediately. Oh, I still got more? What? Next. Oh, I have a whole additional bonus thing. I'm gonna go ahead and get this passive. Then we can go ahead and click on Alistair, who is a Templar, for being a Templar. Pump his con up 2, his strength up 1. Why are you pumping up his con? Because Alistair's going to be our front line for a while. Even though he has his Templar abilities. I need him capable of not, or taking a beating.
Everywhere. You're Grey Wardens, aren't you? The tower, it's been taken.
What are you talking about, man? Taken how?
The Darkspawn came up through the lower chambers. They're everywhere. Most of our men are dead.
Then we have to get to the beacon and light it ourselves.
Friendly fire. Sometimes magic can do friendly fire. Let's go ahead to him. He'll do this when we get to combat, but then it takes an extra second for him to do combat stuff, so... two-weapon strike basically just means instead of doing that like usual swing we did, we were like, ta, ta. We just literally attack with both our hands at the same time. Effectively doubling our DPS. And so for the first one, he makes two-weapon fighting fucking god tier. In Dragon Age 2, they incite the rule where rogues can't dual wield 2 full long swords, which is fair. It's understandable that they made that change.
This should be easy enough. Right.
Because that'd be terrifying, Cinnamon. Motherfucker running up with 2, like, huge broadswords, like, I'm gonna fuck you up. And then you realize that guy's the rogue, the sneaky one that moves really fast, has a fuck ton of armor penetration, and,
only one shall stand.
Is probably going to end up fucking your sister. Very bad for you. On. Don't mind me, guys. Instead of going to the tower in quick haste, I'm looting. Oh. Chasing down.
Less fighting, more dying.
beginning to that poor guy seemed very dangerous. Sand in his eyes, stabbed a lot, hit by powers. Remember, kids, there's no kill like overkill, and there's loot we left behind. Always get all the loot. It's the first rule of all RPGs. Also, I find it hilarious that we have like these big ones. Like, this is an epic battle going on in the background. We are here trying to supposedly rush up this tower to re-secure it for the military effort. And we can stop and loot the corpses.
Track.
Oh. I was trying to hit the trap so I could fix the trap. Achievement unlocked, Grey Warden! 1 second. Pop one of those. I need to put one of those in my hotbar. I really do. Somehow. Meta! Also, sometimes I understand that the Darkspawn do have a little bit more nuance to them than like just being mindless drones of the apocalypse. But some of the stuff they carry is kind of interesting. Because unless they, like, Darkspawn have an economy down there in the deep roads, which, why the hell would they? Like, why do they carry stuff like money and jewels? Also, know what you're thinking. Yes, before you ask, before we finish the tower, we're also going to strip the guard and the mage down to their skivvies as well.
As you wish. Right.
We might not need to. They might give it to you all with all the updated, because this is the remastered version for Steam.
This should be easy enough.
But playing on the old disc, when these characters die, all their shit goes poof. So in my brain, I have to strip them all naked. Otherwise, I lose all of their shit. And I, like most greedy little bastards, like having things to sell. I kick you in the balls. Though, I will inform you, in my personal opinion, we are not going to get the best ending of the game with this playthrough.
We must get to the top of the tower.
We just, in my opinion, the best ending we cannot get because we have a penis. You're welcome.
Maker's breath. What are these Darkspawn doing ahead of the rest of the Horde? There wasn't supposed to be any resistance here.
Have you tried telling them they're in the wrong place?
Right, because clearly this is all just a misunderstanding. We'll laugh about this later. At any rate, we need to hurry. We need to get up to the top of the tower and light the signal fire in time. Tyron Loghain will be waiting for the signal.
This should be easy enough. As you wish.
Like that. Gathering ye all the evil darkspawn. And I kind of like the darkspawn because if I would have thought about it years ago as a child, it would have given me... I would have realized, like, this is something BioWare does, but if you realize the darkspawn come in different shapes and sizes, and because of their different shapes and sizes, they have different abilities. And this will inform you what race these darkspawns are based off of. I know what you're thinking. Honestly, anyone with half a brain could have figured that out. Then we get to the more nuanced one, because that one just started rapid shots way the hell back then.
Come now, defend yourself.
So then you learn that many of the darkspawn have racial abilities, as well as their darkspawn abilities, and it's just... when you get into the lore, it's beautiful.
We must get to the top of the tower.
And while Inquisition's a thing that does put a lot of like darkspawn lore into perspective for newer players, they do kind of cut out a chunk of a bunch of the stuff that we've already been told about them. Which is all fair. They do mention that the darkspawn thing happened hundreds of years ago, so no one actually alive should know. But it did kind of feel like they were, there's a fancy word for it. Just kind of making things up and then just had to make it fit in the lore.
I can see why.
Which is fine, again, that isn't that has to happen with it. Or I wouldn't say has to happen, but sometimes happen with
Is it just
a story or, I guess, a world that's been going on for a handful of years. Sometimes it just doesn't click with people anymore, so you gotta...
As you wish.
Make it fit if you want to profit from it.
On it. Let's get started. Let's get started.
And that could be because Origins is my favorite, but Inquisition did a lot of work to make
charge as soon as we light the signal. The king is depending on us.
This one feel almost unnecessary. But what do I know? It also could just upset me that, even though Dragon Age or BioWare did the thing where like all your Dragon Age saves can line up and make like one coherent story. Since they jumped from PS3 to PS4, I could never get the their website to work to actually do the one coherent story and explain what I did in my first two saves. Because I didn't have internet until I was 18 or so.
that lever over there?
Which I suppose is a little unfortunate for Inquisition, because again, Inquisition's not a bad game. It's just it will never beat Origins. Let's not stop me bitching. More murder!
Right.
Wooden chest, wooden chest. Ooh. There was a lever somewhere they wanted me to hit. Or was it? Oh, right there. Boop, I freed the dogs. It's a little late to free the dogs, but that way they don't steal any of my XP. Stab him. Stab him in the face. You can't kick him in the arms. Now, I must admit, being able to, like, do stuff while your companions are fighting is new. Because it used to be like, oh no, we saw an enemy, so no looting, nothing. Everything's on hold until the fighting's done.
That's a lot of blood.
Difference between console and, oh, fuck, we're getting these already? Like, holy shit. These guys shouldn't be dropping those.
Let's get started.
I mean, I suppose they can, technically. They're just part of the loot pool, but, like... we don't have the dude for those. And we won't for, quite some time. I suppose that area levels with you, so you can, like, wait and then go there way later to get better stuff, right. But... we don't have the dude for that.
As you wish.
Plus, this is like one of the first games where I got to, like, watch the cinematic kill. And they're not very cinematic. They happen just randomly on occasions with enemies. And they don't, like, change the camera or nothing, and if you're looking away or blink, you could miss them.
Right.
But kid me thought that was the fucking greatest thing ever.
Let's get started.
Here it is. And then came this bad boy. All the hype. Stun him! Stun him! Kick him in the balls! Ow!
This is it!
Use. Oh, he didn't attack me. Oh, thank fuck. And he killed the mage. Time to be badass! Stir!
The beacon.
Right.
So they're here. We've surely missed the signal. Let's light it quickly before it's too late.
Quick look around. There it is. Yes, we'll light the signal in a second there, Alistair. Don't worry. Totally on the whole lighting of the signal. We're gonna do it. We're totally gonna do it. Totally gonna do it. We're totally doing it. Don't worry, buddy. We're totally doing it. I don't think he's realized I'm lying to him yet. Alright, now we can light the signal. I think that's everything. Boop.
On.
Now, once we're done here, we should no longer need to strip our companions down to nothing.
Sound the retreat.
But what about the
Technically,
king?
it's never a requirement.
Should we not
do as I command?
Also, what did I tell you about being evil? All the sinisterness right there.
Pull out! All of you, let's move!
We have this going on, the actual like, battle. Also, can we discuss the fact that fucking the good King Caelan's running around with a fucking blade? Wow. And fighting with that bitch single-handedly. Like a goddamn king of stories. Before his unfortunate chest crushing. And there lies the body of the good King Caelan. As he looks up and realizes the beacon's lit. This means him and his men were betrayed. Letting him know seconds before his death. Mwah. Fucking the drama. And then, you know, we get shot.
Ah, your eyes finally open. Mother shall be pleased.
That's good. If I may ask some questions, normally when I wake up without pants in a stranger's home in the middle of the woods, one, they're not normally have their tits out. Two, I'm normally in a lot more pain. I remember you, you're the girl from the wilds.
I am Morrigan, lest you have forgotten, and we are in the wilds where I am bandaging your wounds. You are welcome, by the way. How does your memory fare? Do you remember Mother's rescue?
I remember being overwhelmed by Darkspawn.
Mother managed to save you and your friend, though 'twas a close call. What is important is that you both live. The man who was to respond to your signal quit the field. The Darkspawn won your battle. Those he abandoned were massacred. Your friend, he is not taking it well.
My friend, you mean Alistair?
The suspicious dim-witted one who was with you before, yes. He is outside by the fire. Mother asked to see you when you awoke.
So you just went straight to insulting him. Fair enough. Were my injuries severe?
Yes, but I expect you shall be fine. The Darkspawn did nothing Mother could not heal.
Well, that's good to hear. What about Alistair?
He is, as you are. I suppose it would be unkind to say he is being childish.
Okay, fair enough. He did just lose basically the closest thing he had to a family, his friends, an entire army. He was literally betrayed by the very people he swore to protect. Unless you mean he's actually, like, flinching at, like, needles and stuff, in which case, no, that's fair. I have some questions. Yeah, we have some questions.
I do not mind. Take your time.
Why did your mother save us?
I wonder at that myself. but she tells me nothing. Perhaps you were the only ones she could reach. I would have rescued your king. A king would be worth a much higher ransom than you.
That'd be a lot higher, actually, yeah, by like a fuck ton. Fair enough.
What a sensible attitude. Mother is seldom sensible, however.
She is a crazy witch living in the woods, so... How did she manage to rescue us exactly?
She turned into a giant bird and plucked the two of you from atop the tower, one in each talon. If you do not believe that tale, then I suggest you ask Mother yourself. She may even tell you.
I forgot how ridiculous and just to the point Morrigan is. Okay, will we be safe here in the woods?
We are safe, for the moment. Mother's magic keeps the Darkspawn away. Once you leave, 'tis uncertain what will happen. The Horde has moved on, so you might avoid it.
I've asked enough questions.
I agree. 'Tis time you speak with Mother, then be on your way.
But we're not done yet. Last of the Wardens.
You must speak to Mother, then be gone. You have an army of Darkspawn to avoid, and 'twould be best to get an early start.
You're right, I just... Thank you for spending any time to help me.
You were welcome. Though Mother did most of the work, I am no healer.
I'm sure you did stuff. I will go then.
I will stay and make something to eat.
We're in the woods, so it's probably going to be, probably a rabbit.
Right.
Rabbit's pretty good out here. You definitely got herbs, and I think that's a mushroom growing, or that's like a very, very fertile stock of garlic. Remember, you stew your rabbit. It's a gamey meat, so stew it with potatoes. And salt. Loading.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
I live, bitch!
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
See, I feel like being I'm fine. I appreciate your concern. It kind of dismisses Alistair's concern because it... Yeah. I'm afraid you're going to be left alone.
Duncan's dead. The Grey Wardens. Even the King. They're all...
This is not a time to be a jackass.
Dead. Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth? From the legends? Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
You'll never mention
And what does
Daveth
that
again.
mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
Why did you save us?
Well, we cannot have all the Grey Wardens dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
Well, we're hardly united.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The Archdemon.
But what could the Terran gain by betraying the king?
The throne? He's the Queen's father. Still, I can't see how he'll get away with murder.
You speak as if he would be the first king to gain his throne that way. Grow up, boy.
If Al-Eamon knew what he did, he
Gotta
would
love
never stand
Flemeth.
for it. The Landsmeet would never stand for it. There would be civil war.
Perhaps we should go and see him then.
I suppose. Al-Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And he was Kaelin's uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
And we have to have other allies, right?
Of course! The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
I may be old, but dwarves, elves, mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
Well, I doubt it's going to be that easy.
And when is it ever?
It's always been the Grey Warden's duty to stand against the blight. And right now, we're the Grey Wardens.
So you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
I don't suppose you can offer anything more, or any more help.
Now that you mention it, I do have one more thing to offer.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
Thank you, but if Morgan does not wish to join us...
Her magic will be useful. Even better, she knows the wilds and how to get past the Horde.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance. As for you, Wardens, consider this repayment for your lives.
Very well.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth, but won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps I should have left you on that tower.
Point taken.
Mother, this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be ready. Alone, these 2 must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I... understand.
And you, Wardens, do you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
She won't come into harm with us?
Allow me to get my things, if you please.
Please do.
I am at your disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. It is not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice is yours.
No, I'd prefer if you spoke your mind. Every idea is a good idea till it's not.
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or 2 afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
Well, we can use all the help we can get.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
Do I have any questions for Morgan? Yeah, why not?
I may have answers. Ask.
Have you ever been outside the wilds before?
From time to time. I have been to the village I mentioned, watched its people, and pondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke with men a little. There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here.
Fair enough. Wilds can only teach you so much. Alright, in that case, tell me about this village.
'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your Imperial Highway where travelers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry? And they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch?
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
That's fair. How are we going to get past the Darkspawn?
The real question is how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true. We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
That's not reassuring.
We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. It is important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Fair enough. And what other skills do you have?
I know a few spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
See, a lot of these seem bad, because, like, oh, never mind, you don't have to cook. No, you're coming on this trip. We're all cooking a few times. It's not like we're going to get this done in an afternoon. Excellent, and you can substitute for Alistair. Which, again, fair. But it also seems to put on the idea that Alistair's supposed to cook. And then, excellent, at least she'll be of some use, which just seems rude.
You missed your chance. Now it's Charred Rabbit from here on out.
I have no more questions.
Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Bah! 'Tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
All I meant was...
Yes, I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
What a, aggressive mother figure. Off we go to Lothering. And we don't even make it there before we get to deal with something.
And I expect each of you to supply these men. We must rebuild what was lost at Ostagar, and quickly. There are those who would take advantage of our weakened state if we let them. We must defeat this Darkspawn incursion, but we must do so sensibly and without hesitation.
Your Lordship, if I might speak. You have declared yourself Queen Honora's regent, and claim we must unite under your banner for our own good. But what of the army lost at Ostagar? Your withdrawal was most fortuitous.
He brings up a valid point. When you come home with your full army.
Everything I have done has been to secure Ferelden's independence. I have not shirked my duty to the throne, and neither will any of you!
The Banon will not bow to you simply because you demand it.
Understand this. I will brook no threat to this nation from you or anyone.
The tyrannical Tyrion Loghain.
Bantegan, please!
Your Majesty, your father risks civil war. If Eamon were here...
Bantegan, my father is doing what is best.
Did he also do what was best for your husband, Your Majesty?
Ever been verbally bitch-slapped by a lesser lord? Guess what? The Queen just fucking did. We have a dog. Dog has been met. It only took us nearly 2 hours, but we have the dog. Time to murder these bitches. We have a puppy. We have a puppy. We have a puppy. Hey, 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 hey. See, look at that. He wags his tail happily in pants. I think this is the Mabari I cured back in Ostagar.
I think he was out there looking for you. He's chosen you. Mabari are like that. They call it imprinting.
Does this mean we're going to have this mangy beast following us about now? Wonderful.
He's not mangy.
It's true, his fur's too short. I've always wanted a puppy. What are we going to name our puppy? Oh boy, hey chat. Dog names. Da 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 da. No. No. He was a good boy back when he was kicking, but, eh. Eh. First, that's how you spell grouch. Come on, buddy. He's gonna be a good puppy. Collect the elf fruit. Continue party approval. Oh hey, we leveled up. Well, 2 of us have. I did. Me and Alistair. Cutting to 22. Strength up 1 more. Next. Master cohesion. Coercion. Yes. Next. Can't get that, we're not level 8. Go ahead and get the deadly strike. Continue. Inventory, then we're gonna go to Alistair. Level him up. Strength up to 22. Willpower up 1. Dex up 1. I know we need him to have some dex to do some of his stuff. Yeah, he needs 26 to master his shield in total. I look so aggressive when I walk right now. That could be a glitch. He bounces around, barking excitedly. We pet the puppy. Best game, you can pet the puppy. See? And thus we're off. I'm a master speaker. Scratch top of my head. I am still walking as I'm in the middle of a fight.
Wake up, gentlemen. More travelers to attend to. Led by an elf, of all things.
They don't look much like them others, you know.
I'm coming.
Maybe we should just let these ones pass.
Nonsense. Greetings, travelers.
Highwaymen, preying on those fleeing the Darkspawn, I suppose.
They are fools to get in our way. I say, teach them a lesson.
I'ma
Is
kill
that
you.
any way to greet someone? A simple 10 silvers and you're free to move on.
Phone, what you vibrating for? Oh, hey. You should listen to my friend. I'm not a refugee.
What did I tell you? No wagons, and this one looks armed.
The toll applies to everyone, Heinrich. That's why it's a toll, and not, say, a refugee tax.
Oh, right. Even if you're no refugee, you still gotta pay.
Yeah, I'm not paying.
Well, I can't say I'm pleased to hear that. We have rules, you know.
Right. We get to ransack your corpse then. Those are the rules.
You are certainly welcome to try.
Well, this is going nowhere. Let's finish this, gents.
This should be easy enough.
So, question, how did you enjoy being mind blasted by our lovely mage?
Oh, the Grey Water!
All right, we surrender. We're just trying to get by before the Darkspawn get us all.
This is pathetic. I totally could have done this better.
Right. I guess so. I'm sorry.
Alright, hand over everything you've stolen.
Yes, of course. The coins we collected are right here. Just over 100 silvers. The rest is in the chests we brought. I swear.
Excellent, excellent. Let's see here. I'm turning into the
There aren't
authorities.
any. Just the Templars, and they'll execute me.
Okay, then you can follow me.
What are you joking, right? I could never be a soldier.
Look, it's that or die.
I'm not going down without a fight.
Killing you then. Now, as much as I'd like to sit here and think I could be nice to a nice highwayman.
Can't die like this.
But when you are given the choice of, you know, fall in line or die, I'll admit it will depend on who's telling me to fall in line.
On it.
Personally, I just like looting all their stuff.
As you wish. Let's get started.
And that corpse has the glitter, so it has something. I just can't loot it. It is sad. So I am sad. My greed will be my undoing.
Well, there it is. Lothering. Pretty as a painting.
Ah, so you have finally decided to rejoin us, have you? Falling on your blade in grief seemed like too much trouble, I take it.
Is my being upset so hard to understand? Have you never lost someone important to you? Just what would you do if your mother died?
Before or after I stopped laughing.
Right, very creepy. Forget I asked.
You have been very quiet, Alistair.
Yes, I know. I was just thinking.
No wonder it took so long, then.
Oh, I get it. This is the part where we're shocked to discover how you've never had a friend your entire life.
I can be friendly when I desire to. Alas, desiring to be more intelligent does not make it so.
Anyway, I thought we should talk about where we intend to go first.
I fear we should try the treaties.
I agree. Have you looked at them?
No.
There are three main groups that we have treaties for. The Dalish Elves, the Dwarves of Orzammar, and the Circle of Magi. I also still think that Arleman is our best bet for help. We might even want to go to him first.
Your thoughts, Morgan?
Go after your enemy directly. Find this man Loghain and kill him. The rest of this business with the treaties can then be done in safety.
Yes, he certainly wouldn't see that coming, and it's not like he has the advantage of an army and experience and...
I was asked for my opinion and I gave it. If your wish is to come up with reasons why something cannot be done, we will stand here until the Darkspawn are upon us.
Well, Alistair has a point, so does Morrigan. We can sit here and debate the plan forever. When there are 3 people in a room, there will be 6 different ideas. Is there any way we can contact the other Grey Wardens?
Short of leaving Ferelden to seek them out, the only place to send word to would be Weishaupt Fortress. And that's thousands of miles away.
Okay. Then we need to find these people.
I can give you directions, if you like.
That wasn't what I meant.
Then you have a plan.
Let's get going.
Fair enough. Let's head into the village whenever you're ready.
So another thing you can do with your dog that I suggest you do constantly is you can talk to him. And do you see anything interesting? He just brought us a tattered old book. Chewed, very moist book. Cocks his head at me. I give him a pet. Because he's a good boy. Then he sits down. I ask if he sees anything interesting. He runs off. Oh, he didn't bring me anything. But your dog, if you just have him go off to find stuff, will bring you...
This should be easy enough.
Weapons, chunks of armor, random bits, a cake.
I have a wonder, Alistair, if you will indulge me.
Do I have a choice?
Of the 2 of you that remain, are you not the senior Grey Warden here? I find it curious that you allow another to lead while you follow.
You find that curious, do you?
In fact, you defer to a new recruit. Is this the policy of the Grey Wardens, or simply a personal one?
What do you want to hear? That I prefer to follow? I do.
You sound so very defensive.
Couldn't you crawl into a bush somewhere and die? That would be great, thanks.
So one thing that I will say a lot of great leaders have as a quality is none of them want to be leaders. We're gonna go ahead and save because we did a lot. And Alistair does not want to lead, and you can't blame him.
Need something? I don't generally talk to strange elves who wander in here.
Got something against elves?
I don't know you. Why shouldn't I have something against you? We've got enough strangers overrunning us. Nothing but trouble.
Rude. Slightly racist. I could make trouble for you, human, if that's what you want.
No. Beg pardon and all. I should mind my manners.
Thank you. I don't ask for too much. Can you answer some questions?
Can't promise I'm gonna answer them.
Were those bandits always outside the village?
Were? You mean they're gone?
Yeah, I drove them off.
Well, goody for you. Now there's no one to drive off the blighted refugees. Sir Brian's will be glad, though. He's been talking about offering a reward for anyone who'd run them out.
Good to know. Who's in charge here?
What isn't? We got chastened barbarians in every farmholder south of Callanhard running from the Darkspawn. Not that they'll be safe here with the army gone.
Who's in charge?
You could talk to the Elder, though she's got her hands full getting everyone on their way. For now, most folks go to Sir Bryant. He's head of the Chantry's Templars.
Fair enough. So you don't have a ruling lord?
He's gone to war and taken all his soldiers, leaving us to fend for ourselves. There's not going to be much left when he returns. If he returns. Don't let me stop you.
Can't blame him for being kind of bitter. His lord did fucking bolt on him.
If you're looking for safe shelter, move on if you can. Lothering's lost.
What do you mean?
We've had refugees streaming from the south for the last 2 days. The Chantry and Tavern are full to bursting. There simply isn't enough food to go around, and we Templars can barely keep order. You'll be better off elsewhere, my friend.
Well, thank you for the warning.
Best of luck wherever you might go.
That gentleman is very much used to getting 50 million questions from everyone in their
It's just a guess, but I'm thinking everyone in Lothering is aware of the approaching Darkspawn horde.
Only a small guess. And most likely true. See anything interesting? Damn it, Crouch!
Greetings to you, good sir. If it isn't too much to ask, might you spare some bread or anything?
What happened to you?
We thought it would be safer in Lothering, that the Terran would bring his soldiers here. But bandits attacked us and took everything. Our food, our clothes, my daughter's pet lamb. Nobody cares about a few elves like us. Surely you understand.
Oh, I met those bandits. They're dead now.
You killed them?
That's wonderful news. Perhaps our belongings are still there.
I can't thank you enough, friend. Even if we don't get everything back, it's good to know others will be safe.
See, I just gotta thank
This should
for
be easy
doing literally what I was probably going to end up doing without their intervention. Small child.
Have you seen my mother?
That depends. Who's your mother, kiddo?
She's really tall, and she has red hair. We live on a big farmhold, all of us. Some mean men with swords came, and Mother told me to run to the village as fast as I could, so I did. She said she'd be right behind me, but I've been waiting and waiting, and I can't see her.
Come with me, child. We're gonna go ahead and look for your mother.
Mother said I wasn't to go with anyone. I'm supposed to wait for her here, in the village.
Okay. Go to the Chantry, child. Someone will take care of you.
I will, but only if I don't find Mother first. So, are you really an elf?
The ears usually give me away. Oh, hey. The ears give it away.
Father says elves aren't very nice, but you're nicer than everybody here. Thank you for helping me.
I didn't do shit, kiddo. Like, I sent you somewhere else. So I don't have to save you. Like a responsible elf. Get the crates. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth in this
And
spot.
Eileen spoke unto the masses, my hearth is yours, my bread is yours, my life is yours. For all who walk in the sight of the Maker are one.
How tedious. Greetings? You don't, talk much, do you?
Let all repeat the chant of light. Only the word dispels the darkness upon us.
He can't answer you. He's chanted Devons.
Okay, the fuck's a chanter?
One of them that can only say the chant of light. His board has letters of good deeds to be doing. My father fixed Widow Allison's roof once, and the charter paid him, he did.
A learned child is a blessing upon his parents and onto the Maker.
Translation, this child's helpful because he explains that you're fucking retarded. A vow of silence then. He can't talk normally?
Unless it's the chant of light, no.
And so Rajmael in the heathen temple recanted. Speak only the word, sing only the chant, then the golden city is thine, spoke Andraste.
So, that seems kind of Zalatis. Enchanter says what?
What?
Oh, you got him to speak. Ha!
What hath man's sin wrought?
Oh, he cheated.
Yeah, have anything interesting on the board?
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Let's get started.
We're just gonna go ahead and accept that. Free cash, basically.
The legions of evil are on your doorstep. They will feast upon our hearts. There is nowhere to run. This evil will cover the world like a plague of locusts. Please, you're scaring the children.
Doomsayer.
Better to slit their throats now than let them suffer at Darkspawn hands. There! One of their minions is already amongst us. This man bears their evil stench. Can you not see the vile blackness that fills him?
So I have some theories about this gentleman that we'll go into way later. Why don't you keep your voice down?
I watch the Black Horde descend on my people. I will not be silent.
Please stop! Somebody shut his mouth!
But isn't he right? The ban left us. We're going to die.
This minion is but the first of those who will destroy us!
You poor bastard. What the hell happened to you?
My family, my clan, those creatures butchered them all. Some of us fled here, but we cannot escape the Darkspawn!
That must have been tragic. How did you escape?
No! I won't listen to the words of a man tainted by Darkspawn!
I'm not evil. Please, I'm just trying to talk to you.
I ran, hearing my wife's screams as they dragged her off.
You are not honoring her by this.
Are you calling me a coward?
I know dogs made of sterner stuff than you. No, now hold on. Dogs are man's best friend, and dog probably would have gone back to fight. But I'm calling you an idiot.
I have shamed my ancestors, but the blackness will come.
He was right, wasn't he? There's no hope for us.
There's always hope. Father? Acolyte? Priest? You.
You're right. We can't give up.
But we can't fight. What are we supposed to do?
We can't lie down and die either. We must go north to Denerim.
Darkspawn will feast on your living
Persuasive.
heart. They will take your
Oh dear God, now he's invisible! Sir Marin?
If you seek refuge in the Chantry, there's simply no room left.
Do I look like a refugee to you?
So many are coming to Lothering. I make no assumptions. Priests are within if you seek to offer devotion to the Maker, however. May he protect us all.
You gonna die. Do you know there are bandits on the highway?
Were? Did you drive them off? Well, Sir Brian will appreciate that.
Oh God! What? Tactical fern? What? Goodbye.
Maker watch over you.
I'm done with you and your Templar ass. You just realized you can be a Giga Troll? To me? That'd be rude.
There's word of Darkspawn stragglers, but no sign. Yes? Who might you be?
Being nice! Now hold on, have I not been mean this whole time? You can call me Smiles.
I am Sir Bryant, commander of Lothering's remaining Templars. You don't seem like the other refugees. Are you one of Arl Eamon's knights?
Fuck no! Grey Warden, bitch!
I see. Tern Loghain declared all Grey Wardens traitors responsible for the king's death. You know this, I hope.
Well, we did no such thing.
I don't believe the Grey Wardens would be as careless or malicious as the Tern claims. But either way, there it is.
There's a
it is
bounty
best
on
you
my
not
head.
linger, though. Just in case.
Fair enough. About those bandits outside the village.
Maker's breath. How many times must we drive them off?
They won't bother you again. They're dead.
All of them? By yourself?
It's true. I saw it from my post. It was over so fast, we didn't even have time to get over there.
Sad that it needed to come to that. But then they asked for it. Will you accept a small reward for your service?
You're damn figgity fucking right I want a reward. I keep an eye out for trouble, for the right pay.
I wish I could afford such help, to be truthful. Take your reward, at any rate. It is all I have to offer. If it interests you, there is a Chanters board outside full of quests that need doing. The Chanters even offer pay for some of them. Now, unless there's something else you need.
Is there any help you can offer?
I cannot openly help you, I fear, but... Here, take this key. It opens the large cabinet on the far wall. There is more there than we can carry when we evacuate, so take what you need.
It's a fair point. Things seem dog shit here, bud.
They are. With the ban having taken his men north, the village is left to its fate. We will evacuate as many as we can before the Horde reaches us. I will stay as long as I am needed.
Oh.
Unless there's something else you need.
Nope, I'm gonna let you do
Travel
you.
safely, and may the Maker watch over you.
I'm gonna give you like a 40% chance of... Oh, Sir Donald?
Who?
You have a quest marker.
I beg your pardon. I did not see you approach.
Sir Donald? Is that you?
Alistair? By the Maker, how are you? I was certain you were dead.
Not yet. No thanks to Turn Logain.
If Arl Eamon were well, he'd set Logain straight soon enough.
If he were well? What do you mean?
The Arl is stricken with an illness that threatens his life. We have found no cure, either natural or magical.
When did this happen?
Only a few weeks ago, but he has declined quickly. No one knows the nature of the illness, and even magic has done little to slow its progress. Our only hope now is a miracle. Every knight of Redcliffe has gone in search of the Urn of Sacred Ashes. Andraste's ashes are said to cure any illness, but I fear we are chasing a fable. With each day, my hope dims.
Ah, yes, the lovely cure-all that everyone hopes for and every doctor used to wish for until, you know, here in America we decided to capitalize on medical care. On the upside, we're no longer drinking potions and elixirs with flannel in it. So, Anyway, your friend, Sir Henrik, is dead.
What? And you have his locket? And a note? Maker's mercy. Thank you for giving me these. I would never have known otherwise.
Fuck no. If it makes you feel any better, though, the bandits that killed him are very dead.
Thank you. I wonder how many of us have met similar fates on this mad quest.
No idea. Personally don't care. Wouldn't go on a mad quest to find the ashes of a dead woman. Just saying. So your quest brought you here?
I expected to take advantage of the Chantry's library, in fact. But my skills are better suited to battle than chasing down tales.
Common issue with many fantasy settings. Very few soldiers, knights, and guards are educated. That's why the ones that are usually at places like gates, doorways, openings, to check actual paperwork. Shouldn't you be fleeing the Darkspawn?
My mission takes priority. But I fear I shall be returning to Redcliffe with nothing to show for my efforts.
I was hoping to meet the Jarl, in fact.
Why is that, if I may ask?
Hoping to unite against the Terran.
I see. The Jarl is a popular man, it's true. Tern Logain, however, is a hero throughout Ferelden. Whatever the Tern has done or not done, the Jarl remains ill, or worse. That is my primary concern.
And that's fair. That's a completely fair concern. I'm just letting you know what my plans were. It just kind of seemed fair. Question. Isn't it kind of fortuitous that the Jarl was on his way to Ostagar, could not make it due to illness, and the Terran went to Ostagar, and then took his entire army back home?
The Jarl fell ill before the king died. But what if Logain planned that too? Oh, such thoughts do not sit well with me.
We should see what's happening in Redcliffe ourselves. I believe that now more than ever.
If nothing else, I am certain you would be welcomed at Castle Redcliffe. The Arlessa is there, and she could tell you more than I could.
Very well.
With Henrik gone, I need
Especially
to
when you
return
look
to
at
Redcliffe.
the map we
Perhaps
have.
later I will seek out the scholar his note mentions. But I must go. Thank you again, good sir. You have been most helpful.
Of the country, because it is like the country. There's a single lake in the center, and all the roads go in a big circle around it. And we're in Lothering, which was north of Ostagar. And Denerim is on the upper right-hand side. Which means to get down to Lothering, to Ostagar, Terran and his men had to have gone through Redcliffe, or at least the Redcliffe outer villages. I don't want to be that guy, but just saying, because this entire country is shaped like a giant donut.
Unwavering faith. Let him hear our righteous dedication and enduring perseverance.
Don't mind me, lady. I'm just here looking for chests to steal your shit from.
And then shall the chant of light make it pure. Let all mankind be humble.
You know, just a thought of, you know, how roads and countries work.
This should be easy enough.
Just a small one. Just a little one. Ooh. Sparkles. Well, since you do plan on trying to either make me be mean or make me be nice.
Back off. I have the right to charge what I wish.
You profit from their misfortune. I should have the Templars give away everything in your carts.
You
see, that
dare.
is...
Any of you step too close to my goods and I'll...
It's so nice to see everyone working together in a crisis. Warms the heart.
Oh, you there. You look able. Would you care to make a tiny profit helping a beleaguered businessman?
Ha! Get rid of the tiny part.
I'm not the only one with some business sense.
He is charging outlandish prices for things people desperately need. Their blood is filling his pockets.
'Tis only survival of the fittest. All of these cretins would do the same in his shoes, given the chance.
I have limited supplies. The people decide what those supplies are worth to them.
You bought most of your wares from these very people last week. Now they flee for their lives, and you want to talk business?
Look, stranger, I've 100 silvers if you drive this rabble off, starting with that priest. I'm an honest merchant, nothing more.
Okay, can you beat that offer, sister?
You want me to bid against him? We don't have that kind of coin.
Well, then I guess it's time for you to go then, isn't it? Unless, you know, you have something else.
We have nothing to offer but our gratitude.
Then yeah, it's definitely time for you to fucking go.
You would actually do the bidding of this evil little man.
Absolutely.
Fine. May your heartlessness bring you exactly what you deserve.
Did he
A
change
fine
shirts
sentiment,
for a
if I've
second?
ever heard one.
You're so nice. I bet you make allies everywhere you go.
Ha! Serve that wench right. You have my thanks. And 100 silvers, yes?
Yeah, and a discount.
Right. Fair enough. But only you.
Fair enough. Let's see what we got.
This way. And beware the urchins. They have grabby little hands.
Now, I may not be the nicest of people. In fact, I can guarantee I'm not the nicest of people. And I say that not because I'm trying to be mean, but because I just understand where I stand. I need to save that for Alistair. I need to actually put that on Alistair. Cure the other boots. Save those for someone else. Oh, I need to put that on. You have wine, but wine's everywhere. Nothing great. Why'd I help? Oh, right, you gave me a bunch of money. Take these spirit bombs, this warmth bomb, nature salve, grounding salve, green stones, quartz, garnets, malachite, amethyst, all my jewels. Alistair is unfortunately one of the easier and yet more difficult people, because if you get him to hate you
Just
enough...
how smart are Mabari supposed to be, anyway? Do you think they understand everything we say? Oh, is that so? You could just be listening to the tone of my voice. You could be an utter moron for all we know. Hey now. There's nothing saying that a moron can't be cute and adorable. Who's the cute and adorable puppy?
Yeah, no,
Ignorance is bliss, isn't it? That's what the Chantry kept telling me anyhow.
A dog with those muscles, like... This is what happens when you decide to go ahead and cross a boxer, a fucking pit bull, and a Doberman into what I'm going to just call military death hound.
So Terran Logain is the new regent?
You might not want to go in. Tavern's full, and those soldiers are being a nuisance.
You seem unhappy.
Is there any reason to be happy? With the king dead, them Darkspawn will overrun Lothering before anyone can organize. You'd think those soldiers could at least run off the bandits. I hear someone gave them what they deserved. Wasn't you, was it?
It was me.
It was? Hey, everyone! This is the one who drove out those thieving bastards! More will probably come, but it's good to know some justice is left here. Thank you.
Believe it or not, I actually wandered into town, so...
I thought Darkspawn killed...
I wasn't left here, I actually brought it here. You're welcome.
Well, look what we have here, men. I think we've just been blessed.
Uh-oh. Logain's men.
Titties!
Didn't we spend all morning asking about an elf by this very description? And everyone said they hadn't seen one.
It seems...
Sorry, there's a spider on my microphone.
Gentlemen, surely there's no need for trouble. These are no doubt simply more poor souls seeking refuge.
They're more than that.
This is a hair.
Now stay out of our way, sister. You protect these traitors, you'll get the same as them.
Don't need your help, miss. Stand back.
You don't need my protection. But these men will blindly follow their master's command, even unto death.
I am not the
Honestly, it
blind
doesn't sound any worse than the
I
Chantry.
served at Ostagar, where the Tern saved us from the Grey Warden's treachery. I serve him gladly. Enough talk. Take the Warden into custody. Kill this sister and anyone else that gets in your way.
Right. Let's make this quick.
Oh, that's unfortunate for you boys. Like, I'm normally not one for murder. Oh, hold on.
All right, you've won. We surrender.
Good. They've learned their lesson and we can all stop fighting now.
No, they aim to butcher us and you. They've given up their lives.
Please wait!
They have surrendered. They were no match for you. Let them be.
No, they were going to kill us.
But they failed, and I do not wish death on anyone.
Then give this man their final prayer.
You mean... Very well.
When you pull a weapon, you
May
are
the
putting your
Maker
life on the
forgive your
line,
trespasses.
regardless of how certain
May
you
he
think
keep
you
in
are.
his sight and guide you.
So you will walk out alive.
Right.
Save some dignity.
Here comes trouble!
Another corpse for the
Here we go!
All you've got!
And while these guys are actually like
I apologize for interfering.
problematic
but I
in the
couldn't just
future.
sit by and not help.
Kill them, take their shit, call it Thanksgiving. I appreciate what you tried to do.
And I know that you did what you had to. I do wish they had backed down, however. Let me introduce myself. I am Liliana, one of the lay sisters of the Chantry here in Lothering. Oh, I was.
I'm sorry, what does that mean?
I joined the Chantry to live a life of religious contemplation. But I am no priest, not even an initiate.
Okay. That tells me nothing. I'm not a religious person. In fact, again, coming from an alienage, I broke into a literal castle and murdered my way from the ground up. So, I'm Smiles. It's a pleasure.
They said you were a Grey Warden. I'm surprised you're an elf. But elves must want the Blight defeated as much as humans, no? I know after what happened
Got
you
it,
will need
so you're
all the
also
help you can get.
racist.
That's why I'm coming along.
Isn't it weird that the dwarves are the least racist race? How fucked up is that? The dwarves having their own xenophobic idea in this world against anyone who has seen the sky. But they don't care what the fuck you are. But if you've seen the sky, you're not one of them. That's like their only tier to it. Anyway, I do need help. But why the hell are you so eager to join?
The Maker told me to.
Right, so this is the part where I walk away and you stand here talking to the other me.
I know that sounds absolutely insane, but it's true. I had a dream. A vision.
More crazy? I thought we were all full up.
We're never full
Look at
on
the
crazy,
people here.
Alistair. That's the
They are
part
lost
of
in their
crazy that's
despair,
fun.
And this darkness, this chaos, will spread. The Maker doesn't want this. What you do, what you are meant to do, is the Maker's work. Let me help.
Uh-huh. I'm going to need a lot more than prayers. And someone to tell me to stop murdering people.
I can fight. I can do more than fight. As I said, I was not always a lay sister. I put aside that life when I came here. But now, if it is the Maker's will, I will take it up again. Gladly. Please let me help you.
Well, I'm not going to turn away help when it's offered.
Perhaps your skull was cracked worse than Mother thought.
Thank you.
It's pretty
I
cracked.
appreciate being given this chance. I will not let you down. Indeed.
Yeah, I'll take her. She's a rogue. I don't need to have another rogue so long as I'm here being a fucking badass.
Let's get started.
But in the starting area, she's not bad if you're not going to give her any love or support. Oh, and remember to actually outfit your secondary dudes. But I have to go piss, and every time I click out of the game, it's going to jump directly to my smile screen and then to my desktop, so I will be right back. Quita, see that? Fucking BRB.
I have returned.
Headset. Continue. Lots of murder.
You're here about food. Take it up with that bleeding runt by the chantry. I got other gear to sell.
I'm sorry, how are you out of food? You're the tavern.
A whole mess of refugees come in and leave near every night. All have hungry bellies, sad tales, and mementos for barter. I sold that bleeding merchant outside about half my larder 2 weeks back, and now he's charging outrageous sums for all my food.
Damn. Don't worry about him, I took care of it.
You did? Well, I don't know what to say to that. Thanks.
Show me what you got. So this gentleman has some strange stuff. Distilling agent, we're going to want him flask to like make super poisons if we do that. I want this Thorn of the Dead Gods. One, it's fucking badass sounding. And this Sailor's Crossbow, while being pretty decent, pretty early, I'm not buying it. Lightning Rod's actually a far more better purchase. Depending on who we give it to. And we can get another Lightning Rod later, so. But this is our only chance to get the Thorn of the Dead Gods, so. Thorn of the Dead Gods. The end. Man. +2 dexterity. +1 stamina regen in combat. What do we have? Damage versus beasts. Aim as a record. Go ahead and get those. Ooh, golden rope necklace, yes. Take that, take that, take that. Buy all the gifts. Take this blank paper, if I can English, instead of saying about it. Yes, he has a mission. His mission is basically making poisons. And that's fine. Because we do actually have the ability to make the poisons, but we don't get much of anything for it. If that makes any sense.
Did you speak to that knight yesterday? Said he was from Red.
But reminds me, while we're still here, we're gonna go to Liliana. Give her a crossbow, because she's a better bowman. I think she's actually currently wearing decent shoes. Yeah, leather shoes. We're gonna just throw some chainmail on her. And some split mail gloves. Why? Honestly, because we don't care about her or anything she has to say. Go back to Alistair, check his shield. Have him equip that one. Far better shield. Oh shit, you have a regular longsword this whole time? I should have given you that Ash Warrior Blur Axe.
I saw you take the supplies from my car. Your grassland eyes are inept. A chastened would never...
You aren't one of my captors. I have nothing to say that would amuse you, elf. Leave me in peace.
What the hell are you?
A prisoner. I'm in a cage, am I not? I've been placed here by the Chantry.
The revered mother said he slaughtered an entire family, even the children.
Wow.
I am Sten of the Beresad, the vanguard of the Kunari peoples.
I fucking love the Kunari. I also fucking hate the Kunari. The fuck's a Kunari?
If you haven't heard of us, that is your own shortcoming. Though it matters little now. I will die soon enough.
This is a proud and powerful creature trapped as prey for the Darkspawn. If you cannot see a use for him, I suggest releasing him for mercy's sake alone.
Mercy? I wouldn't have expected that from you.
I would also suggest that Alistair take his place in the cage.
Yes, that's what I would have expected.
I suggest you leave me to my fate.
What did you end up in a cage? Especially one sitting outside, no protection, in the elements, during a Darkspawn hell.
I have been convicted of murder. Have the villagers not spoken of this?
No, most of them are trying not to die. Are you guilty?
Are you asking if I feel guilt or if I'm responsible for the deed? However I feel, whatever I've done, my life is forfeit now.
Okay, if you feel guilty about the murder, why did you do it?
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
Fair enough. Who did you murder?
The people of a farmhold. 8 humans, in addition to the children.
Okay. Capturing you must have been a bitch and a half.
There is no difficulty in capturing prey that surrenders.
Okay, so why didn't you resist arrest?
I waited for several days until the knights arrived.
Why?
Because I wished to.
That's kind of an odd thing to do.
Either you have an enviable memory or a pitiable life to know nothing of regret.
Fair enough. Are you interested in seeking atonement?
Death will be my atonement.
There are other ways to redeem yourself.
I would prefer to die in battle, but my choices have been made.
You could help me defend the land against the Blight.
The Blight? Are you a Grey Warden, then?
I am.
Surprising. My people have heard legends of the Grey Warden's strength and skill. Though I suppose not every legend is true.
Would the revered mother let you free?
Perhaps if you told her the Grey Wardens need my assistance. It seems as likely to bring my death as waiting here.
Fair enough.
Farewell, then.
To be left here to starve? Or to be taken by the Darkspawn? No one deserves that. Not even a murderer.
So, for the Kunari, Sten here is not his name. That's a title. They don't have names.
What about my food?
Which, for an overly militaristic sort of culture, makes sense.
I'm wondering, Morgan,
Names mean that you develop a personality and individuality, and you don't need that.
Certainly not. I've no primitive fear of the moon, such that I must place my faith in tales so that I may sleep at night.
But this can't all be an accident. Spirits, magic, all these wondrous things around us, both dark and light. You know these things exist.
The fact of their existence does not presuppose an intelligent design by some absentee father figure.
So it is all random then. A happy coincidence that we are all here.
Attempting to impose order over chaos is futile. Nature is, by its very nature, chaotic.
I don't believe that. I believe we have a purpose. All of us.
Yours, apparently, being to bother me.
Liliana just tried to give Morgan the whole believe in the maker spiel, and Morgan's like, no.
So let's talk about your mother for a moment.
I'd rather talk about your mother.
Well, there's nothing to talk about. And besides, isn't your mother a scary witch who lives in the middle of a forest? Much more interesting.
To you, perhaps. You would find the moss growing upon a stone interesting.
You know what's more interesting than that? Apostates, mages outside of the tower. That's illegal, you know.
Oh.
Or we could not talk about your mother. That works for me.
Why did Morgan, like, get muted there for a second? The fuck? To the revered mother. Loading. 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 That loading screen scared me, so we're gonna go ahead and save. We've done a lot, so we're saving. Yes. Remember, kids, when you play these older games, save often. Save more
Good
than
day,
I'm
Sister
currently
Liliana.
doing.
I'm surprised to see you're still in Lothering.
It is good to see you as well, Your Reverence.
I do not recognize your companion. Greetings. Will you be making a donation to the Chantry? Our need has never been greater.
I'm sorry. Tithe to the Chantry? No.
A great number of people could be fed and clothed for a fraction of your finery. But you must do as your heart wills. What can I do for you then?
Yes, I want to talk with the Kunari Sten.
It might have been kinder to execute him, but I leave his fate to the Maker. Why
When you
does
put
he
someone in
interest
a cage and wait for them to die, you didn't put their fate to any god. You literally killed that person. It could be because I find the Chantry in this universe evil, and I hate them more than most organized religions. Anyway, I want him freed. I have use for him.
Then his next victims might count you and me as their murderers.
I was thinking of releasing him into my custody.
And what do you say on this, Liliana? You know your friend better than I.
These are unusual times, Your Reverence. With us, the Kunari might do some good. I am sure of it, in fact.
Were things not so desperate? Very well, I trust you. Take these keys to his cage and make her watch over you.
Thank you, Your Reverence. Your trust is not misplaced.
Yeah, if I didn't bring Liliana here, I either had to lie to her, which Alistair dislikes, or threaten her, which Alistair also dislikes, and so does Liliana.
On.
And I'll be honest, she's kind of an old bitch. But again, I'm very anti the Chantry.
They say your mother is Flemeth, a witch of the Kukari Wilds.
They also say that washing your feet in winter makes you catch cold in the head, but we all know that is not true. But sometimes they are right. And they are right in this.
You know the stories about...
Of course. You think my mother would let me go without telling me all the stories of her youth?
My mother told stories too. She was the one who kindled love for old tales and legends.
My mother's stories curdled my blood and haunted my dreams. No little girl wants to hear about the wilder men her mother took to her bed, using them till they were spent, then killing them. No little girl wants to be told that this is also expected of her once she comes of age.
I see.
No, you don't. You really don't.
See, I feel bad for Morgan, because when she does try, she comes off as kind of a bitch. When people try to talk to her, they try to, like, connect with her on a level that she can't connect to. It's the equivalent of being like, hey, you know fucking random rich guy fucking B. You know how fucking instant noodles are great because they're like 45 cents a pack? And he'll be like, what? You don't have your private chef just make you ramen?
You wish something more of me?
I have the key for your cage.
I confess, I did not think the priestess would part with it.
She agreed to release you into my custody.
So be it. Set me free and I will follow you against the Blight.
And if I choose to do something else with you?
You may try.
That's a great fucking answer. Come on, buddy.
And so it is done. I will follow you into battle. In doing so, I shall find my atonement.
And if I don't manage to lead you to atonement?
Then I will find it myself. May we proceed? I am eager to be elsewhere.
Yes, yes. And with that, we're gonna drop Liliana, add the Sten.
Yes.
Take the Sten, give him this big-ass sword. armor him right the fuck up. Go to Alistair, give him a nice helmet. Morgan's robes. Actually, still kind of better. Give her that, even though it doesn't match any of what she's currently wearing. We'll leave her with our current staff. One, because it has better penetration power. Giggity. And two, because it's actually just not that bad of a staff. But the Darkspawn staff does a different type of damage that Darkspawn are immune to, so... Well, with that, it seems we have broken down. So, we're going to call it a stream here. That's about 3 hours. I thank you all for coming. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.